Hi friends, this is Manish Pandey. Welcome back to another video in our UiPath Data series. In our last video, you learned how to use Get Entity Record by ID activity in UiPath Data Service. In this video, we are going to talk about how to update entity records using the Update Entity Record activity in UiPath Data Service. So let's get started. Here you can see we have this VendorMaster entity where we have 6 records. Now if you want to update the existing entity records, then you can do it here. So let's say manually if you need to update that, so you need to click on this edit button and then you can modify it, right? You can update and then this will be updated. Now same way, if you want to update these details, you can do it from UiPath Studio using one of the activity of UiPath Data Service package. So let me show you practically how to update the existing records details. Okay, so let me expand this uipath.dataservice.activities and let's take this activity, update entity record. Now, if you don't know how to get all these details, please I will recommend you to watch all the videos from this UiPath Data Service playlist. Now we have this update entity record activity. We'll click on that and select the vendor master. Currently we are in the field view. There are two options, record view and field view. So in the field view you will see all the fields here. If you click on add additional fields, you can select here multiple fields which you want to update. If you click on switch to record view, you have to put the expression in the input record and then based on that you can update here. Now this update entity record activity is designed to modify existing records in your UiPath data service entities, and this works same way you update in SQL, MySQL, in any of the database. So first I will go with the switch to fields view and then I will show you how to write the expression to update that existing records in the entity. So let's click on switch to fields view. Now we need record ID. So record ID basically is the GUID for which you want to update the record. So for this, to get the record ID, we'll be using query entity records. And then here we'll be putting a filter and then we'll get only one record ID. We'll click on that and we'll say where the vendor ID equals V006. If you don't know how to do this, watch the previous videos. There are multiple options here, multiple fields there. You can choose it as per your requirement. So currently I am only selecting filtering the data where the vendor ID equals V006 and then I will update that. So I need to update this vendor name from Element Traders to Element Traders 1. Now here, once this activity will be executed, that records will be and passed to this, stored to this output records, and this is collection of list of vendor master, that entity. Now we'll be taking the ID and pass to the record ID, and record ID variable type is GUID. Okay, and this record ID as a GUID will be passing here. So let me pass record ID. In vendor ID, if you want to change from V06 to V061 or some other data, you can update here. If you will not put anything, that field, that record will not be updated. Now I want to change only vendor name. Copy and I will say add one here. Okay, now we are ready to run that. So let's run this. Now this has been executed. Let's go to the UiPath data service and let's refresh this. Okay, so this has been updated to LMN traders 1. So this you have seen using field view in the update entity record activity. Now the second thing that I am going to show you using record view. So we'll click on switch to record view. Now here you need to enter the expression. This input records, we need to enter the expression so that it can update that specific record based on the record ID. Now, if you remember, in the create entity record, we had the same option where we clicked on switch to record view and then we enter that expression here. Same expression we'll be using here. So we'll say new entity name. So we have vendor master with space curly braces, open and close curly braces, one space, and select the field that you want to update. So update this entity. So update field, we can say vendor name equals to, now this time I will say paste here, I will keep only element traders. Currently we have data element traders 1. Now we'll change that from element traders 1 to only till traders. Okay, so let me open this here. Now I want to update vendor name equals to this. So this is the field name and this is the value. Now as per the query, as per the update query, we need to say where record ID equal to whatever record ID we are getting from here, right? So we'll say here comma space then id dot id equals to, so this id is the record id, right? Now we are getting that id from here and we are passing it to the record id. So we'll write here that variable record id. Now it will take this and update this value. It doesn't mean that it will be updated, right? It will not update that. This will just take as a reference. Okay, so vendor name will be updated with this, where the id equal to the record id that we are getting from this query entity records. Got it? Okay. If you want to add few more fields, you want to update few more fields here, then you can take it. So let's say I have this email id or I have this phone number, I want to update that. Okay. So I'll say here comma in between space, and this time I want to update phone number equals to, and this is, so I think phone number is, let's see, the phone number is text. So phone number is text, so we'll be putting the numbers in the double quotes and I will say this should be like 2 5 6 7 8 9, like that. So just update this random value. Now you can just see here. Now save this. Okay, now we can execute that. So let's run this. Okay, so this has been successfully executed. So let's go to UiPath Data Service. Let's go to data and then you can see here, let's refresh this. Now this has been updated with element traders and then phone number also has been updated here. I hope this video is useful. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more UiPath tutorials. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.